Yeah, it's another beautiful day in November, and today I'll be showing us how to design this church flyer, a beautiful illustrative church flyer using Photoshop. Now, before we start fully, I would like you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also like and share to your friends. Share to your friends in lines in graphic design so they would also be a beneficiary of this. And as well, don't forget to give comment at the end of this tutorial. So without wasting much of our time, let's just go straight to the business. Now we are going to create a new page. As we all know, we have to create a new document for our design. So we'll be naming this Africa Praise Praise Sunday. All right, and our custom size will be different today. We'll be using 8 by 10 inch, not pixel. 8 by 10 inch. Note that. So any other thing you're seeing here should be the same thing on your system. All right, let's just create. So every of the resources in for this design, note it will be shown in the description below. Make sure you go and check so that you'll be able to actually bring out your own design out. All right, let's go. So I'll be dragging this in. There's a background we're using. So I would actually how am I getting this? You guys, I want you guys to know the breaking of the old stuff, the way I did from the beginning to the end. So I'll be showing you guys simple. All right, I'll be showing you guys the simple ways to what to do this. Now, hold on your hot and drag from this angle so that you could get the equal part uh, balanced on your background. So like this, then you check. All right. After you check, the the next thing we have to do now is just to bring in this element in. So I'll be dropping this tone paper in, and I'll be using my selection to actually crop it out. Some of you might not have the selection tool due to the Photoshop you are using, because I'm using Photoshop 2021. I'm not using the latest either, but I'm using Photoshop 2021, and it has this. So if you can't achieve this through that, you can also do this. Right click and you see freeze quick selection tool. So sample all layers and enhance edges. So you have a proper and a perfect selection. So you can just do this and you see you get it. Boom, that's it. So you can just go down to cut this part out. This is what we need. So I'm going to press Ctrl J to cut it out. Now, then I can just do this by rotating, because this is the way I want it to be. I'll rotate, then drag it up. I'm going to drag it up. Also drag it down here and centralize this. Centralize this. Now I realize I have less space out here, but I need an accurate space that would actually give space for the African pattern. Yeah, so I'll just be holding on to my shift and dragging down, hold on to my shift and drag up, and then resize it by holding onto my alt. And this is the result. Okay, I'm satisfied now. I'm satisfied. I can see part of the pattern. I can see part of the patterns here. So let's just change the color, because it's having a paper texture and I don't want that. So I'll be using a color, and the code for the color is in the notes. The notepad, I typed it out on a notepad here. So I'll be copying the color, and every information that is going to be placed on this design is here. So I'll be dropping this note in my description as well. So I'll copy this and go down to the color overlay and paste it here. I'll paste it and this it. We needed yellow and we've gotten yellow. Now I'm going to lock down my background for easy flow of my job. So I'm going to lock this down. Then bring in my drum. So I'm going to resize this drum a bit because I want to add a layer behind it. So I'll click on this layer beneath the drum so that I can add a layer behind the drum. Can you see? So I'm creating a layer and I'm going to use my lasso tool. So watch how I'll do this. So make sure you do this according to the shape of the drum. You understand? According to the shape of the drum, so that you get something similar to it. You might not end up doing it this way, the way I'm doing it, trying to follow my steps. you can just make sure you get something nice when you are adding a layer on the drum. Do you understand? So now since I have added a layer, I'll be enabled to paint over the selected part which you're seeing. So I would be using white instead of yellow. So I'll be painting this white. I'll be painting it white until it's fully white. Until it's fully white. I'll be painting it white. All right, it's fully white now. Let me just go deselect this. Now I will select both the drum and the layer I did and rotate, and also increase it because this is the size I want. So okay, let me just zoom everything out so that you guys can see boldly. All right. So after doing this, I'm going to bring the church logo. This seems too big and way too big. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll bring in the logo. But before I bring in the logo, I need to give you guys a guideline so that you guys won't. I need to bring up a guideline so you guys don't mess up the arrangement. Your job to make your job neat. That's the essence. I'm not doing this because I'm kind of used to the way it should be. So, but for you guys, I'll be creating a guideline. Now, this is the guideline. Look at the guideline. Can you see? Even without me drawing the guideline in the first place, I make sure my lines all my content doesn't passes out of this line. So any of my stuff shouldn't pass here. This is just the only thing I want to be saying. So the stuff I created here was enough. So if I need to adjust that, I will do that. So let me just click OK. But for now, I don't need to adjust it. When I need it, I will do. All right. So I would also be locking down my drum and the layer behind. All right. Now I'm going to bring in the logo of the church. So I'm going to make it this small. Now note, most times I see some designs and I see them writing the name of the church, especially a well-known church. Let me say a well-known church like uh, Redeem, Christ Apostolic Church, that's CAC, Winners, Foursquare. I don't think there's any need to start writing the name of the church again when their logo has their churches have been for ages. So I don't think we need to actually add the name of the church. Moreover, I just add the name of the parish or the zone or the whatever. All right. Now I'm going to add the name of the zone or the parish, and the parish I think it's Citadel Glory. Citadel Glory. I'll be adding Citadel Glory. And the name of the font I'll be using is Nessa. Nessa, not this white stream. Nessa. And I'll be using the Evan regular. And also I'll make this small. I'll reduce the size and place it here. If it looks somehow, change the color to black, like it's not aligned, you can just do this and click on this to align it. All right, now let's just duplicate another word, and we call this the C. Yeah, let's just copy from here. We call this the COG, and I'm going to place it here, COG choir. All right, so let's still reduce this a bit. Now COG choir is going to be presenting. It's going to be presenting. Quick one. Presenting. Present, not presenting. Present. Let's say 8. 8 is enough. Then I will increase the keying and raise it up a bit, or let's say it's okay. Yeah. So I'm going to add another text actually, and that will be the theme, which is Africa. Africa praise. So it's Africa Praise Sunday actually, but I'm adding Africa alone for now. Africa Praise for now because that's what we have here. And increase the size, then increase the size this way, increase the size this way. All right. Oh, sorry. I was trying to add. Okay, just to centralize it. All right. Let me increase this a bit again. All right, I'll be changing the font, and the font will be called, the font is not to be called, rather it is already. So it's called IDEC regular. IDEC, let's just say IDEC in short. Then the track leading, I'll have to increase it a bit. So there'll be space in between the words. Okay, that's fine. Then change the way it is, and I would love it to be slanted. And this is quite okay. But still increase it a bit. Still increase it a bit. And bring it down a bit. Okay, I'll be using this color in the notepad, which is red, and I'll copy this color. Then that's the color I want to make use of. I've pasted it. Now here I'll duplicate. After duplicating, I will just drag this up, the original place, and the one behind, I'll give it a white color. So the white color, then I'll begin to use my keyboard to adjust it, to adjust it. So it will kind of give me a double or a shadow behind what it's not. Well, a shadow is always um different from this, but just give it this type. All right, it's okay. This is fine. You can give it, you can decide to put your own anywhere, but I love, it's okay for me the way it is there. So all right, now I'll be adding Sunday, Sunday, and Sunday will be taking orthographia font. I'll be taking the medium size. I'll increase the size and also slant it. I'll also slant it. Now, here I'll be choosing, what will happen here is that I would pick a color from the background, this background pattern. So I'll just pick this color, and that is just it. If I bold this, it should look more sharp. Okay, it's okay. And you can decide not to bold it or to just leave it the way it is. So I can leave it the way it is. There's no issue with that. Now, just to bring the rest of the stuff, we are almost done, and we've omitted something now. Just like us to quickly go back to that. We've omitted something. Okay, let's go behind the blue color, which is this. Let's let's give it yellow. That's the yellow, and which is the background. Now let me see. Can you see? So I just choose to give it yellow, and I'll be adding a layer above it. And this is the layer. It's an image already. I'll add it here. I'll reduce it, and then just raise this up as well. Then change the blending option to overlay. Can you see? Now it is too sharp and it's conflicting with the content. So I'll reduce it. I'll have to reduce this. I'll have to reduce it. 12 is cool. All right. I'll lock that as well. Okay. Now I'm cool with this. I can just say, all these are my background from this part down to this place, and I'll just press Ctrl G to group it, and I can call it background. Now, if I hide this, it will hide every detail. So can you see that that's my background? Okay. All right. Now let me just place the rest of the tools you're going to be using here. So I'll drag this down and place it here. Place it here. Still make it small a bit, and just place it here. There's a reason why I'm doing this. All right. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Okay. Now create a circle beside it. Hold on to my shift. Create a circle, a big circle. And this circle will be painted the same color, but I'll just have to sample it. Now I'll just have to sample it and do this, then place it here with my tools and take this up. This drum is kind of too up. Let me just get the drum. Let me bring it down a bit. All right, this cool. Still feel like taking the drum a bit down. Okay, all right. can reduce this as well. Okay, then bring das my Sunday and go down a bit. All right. Okay, now let's duplicate this. I'll be duplicating this. Before I duplicate it, I'll give it a glow effect, inner effect. Now I'll increase this to like at least 38, or let's say 40. Yeah, so it's okay now. Then I'll click on OK. Make sure you check for the other things that are there. Just let it be the same thing. Let it be the same thing, and you get the results. Now duplicate this as well again and make it small, holding your Alt. All right, but I don't want that effect to be inside, so I'll leave it this way, and then take my circle, click on the circle, then create another effect, but this one will be red, white, not red. I will reduce the opacity to this level, then it's okay, and power clip it in. All right, and I can still reduce it just for it to show what I'm doing. Okay, all right, so this is better. I'm okay with this result. Okay, now we bring in, I have to lock this. I didn't lock them and I think it will affect me. So, all right, so I just need to bring in the rest of the objects that I'll be using, which is this paper. I will reduce the size a bit and have it here. Make a duplicate and have it here a little bit bigger. So I guess I need to reduce this. So I'm still going to increase it, and this needs to be reduced, placed up. All right, okay. Now we added shadows to them so they would also show. So I'm going to add shadows to them, just pop out. This is shadow, and I'll be adding the shadow to them this way. All right, okay. The same thing goes to this shadow. Let's see the results. Okay, okay. Like you can see, it pops out from the background. It's not flat, unlike before. So this was after, before, and this is after. You can see the difference. All right. So I'll increase, take this up, and also reduce this a bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I would have to, I would have to put the text, all the informations needed. So from the beginning, I'll just add native. The first one is just the native and the code of. So I would come back here and place it here. And the font I need is not Typography, which is Nessa. I'll pick this Nessa and change the color to black, and also reduce the keying. All right, that's cool. And then duplicate and place it here. So I'm going to place this one above. All right, so this one is going to be above. Now this image here would have to zoom out so you can see. I'll make it smaller. Yeah, and the two I would curve them together at once instead of having them curved separately. So I'll curve them together at once. All right, it's better this way. Now I'm going to place this here. I will change the color dress code to make the dress code a little bit smaller in size of font. So this is better, and I would reduce the color code or dress code to this. All right, it's good this way. So for this one would take, it will take the same font size, but let's copy what we have. Let's see what we have from here. which is the site attraction. Okay, so let me just paste site attraction. Let me divide this into two. So the site attraction too would have to take, okay, let's say this takes the bold font. This takes the bold font. Let's give it a bold font and then reduce the leading. So I would increase the keying. Just make it look this way. All right, let me arrange this very well. It looks somehow. Bring this back and put and sing in below. All right, so let me raise it up a bit. I will reduce you the site attraction. I need to pass information due to hierarchy. So if I'm making everything the same size, it won't interpret what I'm doing. So I'm going to pick color from here, which is there. Okay, it's cool. The leading reduce it a bit, and boom, we are done. But that part we're done. All right. Okay, let's just add the date and time now. Let's just add the date and time. The date and time. So um, let's pick up the dates at first. So here in the date, I'll be doing some stuff. Yeah. So let me paste and increase increase the size. All right. Okay. Now we also be using Nessa font. All right. I would okay. I don't know why that ran away. Take this, increase the font. Okay. I'm going to copy this. I don't know why it's not selecting. Oh, okay. I see. All right. Okay. I don't know why it's actually acting that way, but thank God I've sorted that out. I'm going to place it under, then paste again, then delete this. So I'm going to increase this font. Now, this what we want to do is a vice versa pattern for the date. So this will take a bold font just like this. So I would just, oh, I didn't lock this. Let me lock this also. Let me lock this as well. Let me lock them. All right. Okay. So like I said, this will be taking a vice versa as well. I'll be doing a vice versa. I'll just copy and paste, and then anything I paste here would actually take the thicker part. So this will be thicker, not uh, not this way. So and this would look smaller and as well not thick. So to take this font and I'll reduce the size. It's too big. Okay, let me just do that with this. Let me say 14. All right, 14 is quite good. Now just take the two and increase it a bit and place it here. Then I'll have to circle it for people to know what is actually there, so they can get that this is the date, this is the time. You understand? So let me take this closer. All right. Oh. So I'll be doing that with the help of Dodo. I don't know if most of us know what Dodo is. So this is called Dodo. I have one. Oh, I don't know why I didn't pick that into this part. So let me pick that quickly from my download and then paste it into the folder. So I'll be pasting that Dodo into my folder. Okay, this is it. I'll be posting it to the praise folder so that you guys could have advantage of it. I won't delete that as well. So I'll paste, and this is the download I'll be using. I'll create a circle, mark you, and then Ctrl G. Then close this. Take my magic eraser tool, then erase it. Erase all the part I don't want. I don't want this part, and I don't want this. I achieved this by this cursor by holding on off, owning my control, my caps lock rather. So I'm going to give this another color. It's going to be another color. I'll change the overlay. The overlay will be this same color for the African praise. Then I'll bring it there. Then circle what I just got. Uh-huh. All right. Seems they are looking too small and far away from our design. So let's bring them closer. Let's bring them closer. Hope you following. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're seeing, if you're learning, you you notice you've learned something so far, please, and just make sure, just make sure you subscribe to my page right now and like and also share, because so many people are in need of this. So you need to share. Please share and give comment at the end of the tutorial. So I'm going to add another stuff here. I'm going to add this, which is the location, the venue icon, or let's I call it location. It's the location icon. So I'm going to add it. I'm going to place it here as well and reduce it too big. So I'll place it somewhere here. All right. Let's zoom out. So I'll reduce this, and place it somewhere here, and then bring in the street of the church. Place the street of the church here. All right. Okay. This actually squeezed in, but I need to work on it. Okay. Yeah. Now, good. Going to just change the font to this and place it here. Let's take it a little bit, not too close, but and kind of increase the size. Can do, because I felt it needs to be increased. All right. Okay, then we had our time, and we had our time because we didn't add time to this flyer. At there's time and we haven't added it. We'll be adding the time. Let me reduce this so it will level up with the address of the venue. All right. Okay. Going to add the time right now. Go to add time, which is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then I'll just paste it here, and I'll be using a font called Red Wave. No, I'll be using a called Akira. So I'll be using Akira and increasing the size of the font. I'll be increasing the size. Akira looks kind of thick to my view, but let's use I'll be using red wave, red wave, and okay, it has no dash. Then I'll have to add that myself. Let me add this. Wait, my wave, my Nessa. So this is actually great now. This is great, and this is bold. So can let me. I felt like increasing the size of the dates, the address rather, the venue, the address, and also increasing this as well. So the, the last thing we have to add now is just to add the the name of the pastor. And yeah, this part it looks so funny because the pastor is actually the one speaking to you. I'm the pastor of this flyer. I'm the pastor, I'm the reverend, and the everything. So let me just bring the pastor's name inside. And the pastor is more easy graphics. Can you give a round of applause? A round of applause for that. So um, I'm going to increase this. Looks so small. Why? Change the font to Nessa, like we've been using. If you notice, I haven't used more than, like, let's say, three fonts here, and that is the best way. It gives you a neat job, and doesn't give you doesn't make and that's the law, that's the rule. You don't use too much font for a design. Occasions where these are needed, there are some specific occasions when you need to add more than one font or so, you know and you adding those fonts, you need to even add the right font. I'll cut this out. You need to add the right font. So um Pastor More Easy Graphics is the one for today. So let me increase the fonts, make it bold. Yeah, I change the color to white. I'm not using any other color than white. And this, and I'm going to add a host. I haven't added a host. I'm going to add a host, and the host would take at least the autograph here as well. And I'm going to use the thickest one, the black. So, and that's this, and that's just that. And this is everything about the design. You can see how simple and sweet it is. So try as much as possible to follow the steps one by one, and make sure you replicate these and send to me. You can do this and hi me or chat me on our platform on Telegram and WhatsApp, and we'll see how we go about it. And I'm sure you guys have learned from this today. And this is the end of today's tutorial once more. Hope for another new church flyer tutorial. I told you I'll be bombarding you guys with much church flyer these times, and also I'll be giving you some other flyers pertaining to some design. So we'll see you in the next class. Peace out.